The room service tray slipped from Miranda's trembling hands the second she heard her husband laugh behind the hotel door. Not just any laugh. That low, intimate laugh he only used when he was comfortable, when he was in love. Then came a woman's voice. Soft, flirty, dangerously familiar. "Baby, what if your wife finds out?" Miranda stopped breathing. Room 407 blurred in front of her eyes as the silver tray crashed against the hallway floor, wine glasses exploding across the carpet. Inside the room, silence. Then footsteps. Heavy. Fast. The door handle began to turn. Miranda panicked and ran. Her black, Maid uniform clung to her shaking body as she sprinted down the luxury hotel hallway, tears already burning her eyes before she even allowed herself to admit the truth. Because the man inside that room was her husband, and the woman laughing in his bed was not her. If you think this story is already painful, wait until you hear what Miranda discovered before sunrise. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and stay until the end because the final revelation changed everything she thought she knew about her marriage. Miranda had worked at the Ashford Grand Hotel for almost 11 months, long enough to memorize the smell of expensive perfume in the penthouse suites. Long enough to recognize which rich businessmen tipped generously and which ones stared too long at the maids. Long enough to learn that luxury hotels had ugly secrets beneath silk sheets and marble floors. But no matter how exhausted she became, she kept smiling. Because every paycheck mattered. Her husband Ethan had lost his construction job nearly a year earlier, and ever since then, Miranda carried the weight of their marriage on her shoulders. Double shifts, night shifts, holiday shifts, anything to keep the apartment lights on. And Ethan always apologized for it. Every single night. "You deserve better than this," he would whisper while holding her after work. Miranda always kissed his forehead. "We're a team," she'd tell him. That was the thing about Miranda. She loved hard. Too hard. The kind of woman who skipped meals so her husband could eat more. The kind of woman who worked 16-hour shifts and still came home smiling because Ethan looked depressed. The kind of woman who believed loyalty automatically created loyalty in return. She met Ethan 6 years earlier at a bus stop during a thunderstorm. She still remembered how ridiculous he looked trying to shield her from rain using a pizza box. "You're gonna get soaked," she laughed. "So are you," he replied. They spent 3 hours talking under that broken bus station roof. 3 hours turned into dates. Dates turned into love. Love turned into marriage. At least that's what Miranda believed. By the time she reached the employee locker room after hearing those voices in room 407, her entire body was shaking uncontrollably. "No," she whispered to herself. No, maybe it wasn't him. But deep down, she knew. A wife always knows. Her co-worker Denise looked up from fixing her lipstick. "Girl, what happened to you?" Miranda quickly wiped her tears. "Nothing. That's not nothing. You look like you saw a ghost." Miranda forced a weak smile. "Just tired." Denise narrowed her eyes, but didn't push further. Miranda rushed into a bathroom stall and locked the door before collapsing onto the toilet seat, covering her mouth to stop herself from sobbing out loud. Her mind replayed the woman's words over and over. "Baby, what if your wife finds out?" Not ex-wife, not girlfriend, wife. That woman knew Ethan was married, and Ethan still brought her there anyway. Miranda felt physically sick, but another thought hit her even harder. Why was Ethan at the Ashford Grand Hotel in the first place? He told her he was job hunting that night. He kissed her goodbye that morning. He looked directly into her eyes and said, "I love you." Miranda pulled out her phone with trembling fingers. 3 unread messages from Ethan. "Miss you already read heart. How's work? Don't forget to eat tonight." Her stomach twisted violently. The lies were so casual, so effortless, as if betraying her had become normal. Miranda stared at their wedding photo on her lock screen. Ethan smiling beside her on the beach, his arm wrapped around her waist. Promise rings glimmering under sunset light. She remembered crying during their vows. Not because she was emotional, because she genuinely believed she found her forever person. Now she felt stupid, humiliated, replaceable. A loud knock hit the bathroom stall. "Miranda?" Denise's voice. "Your supervisor's looking for you." Miranda inhaled sharply and wiped her face. Coming. The next 2 hours became torture. Every hallway looked suspicious. Every laughing couple made her chest ache. Every hotel room door felt like it was mocking her. But nothing compared to the fear slowly building inside her. Because Ethan still hadn't called. Not once. Not after the tray crash. Not after hearing her voice outside the room. And Miranda realized something horrifying. Maybe he didn't recognize her. Maybe after all these years together, her own husband no longer noticed her voice. Around midnight, Miranda finally gathered enough courage to check room 407's guest records at the front desk. Her hands shook as she typed the room number into the system. Then her heart stopped. The room was booked under a woman's name. Vanessa Cole. Miranda frowned. She didn't recognize it. But what shattered her completely was the note attached beneath the reservation. VIP romantic package. Champagne service. Rose petals. Late checkout requested for 2 guests. Miranda felt like the air had been punched from her lungs. Romantic package. Ethan never even booked romantic dinners for their anniversary anymore. But he was doing this for another woman? Miranda? She quickly minimized the screen. Her supervisor Marcus stood nearby. You okay? Yeah. You sure? You've been distracted all night. I'm fine. Marcus sighed. Take your 15-minute break. Miranda nodded silently and walked toward the staff exit behind the hotel. The cold night air hit her skin instantly. She leaned against the brick wall outside and finally allowed herself to cry. Not graceful tears. Not movie tears. Ugly, broken sobs. The kind that make your chest hurt. The kind that steal your ability to breathe. Her marriage was collapsing in real time while she cleaned toilets upstairs. Then her phone rang. Ethan. Miranda froze. For a second, she considered ignoring him. But she answered. Hello. Hey babe. His voice sounded normal. Relaxed. Comfortable. Miranda almost lost control hearing it. Are you okay? Ethan asked. You sound weird. Miranda stared into the darkness behind the hotel parking lot. Where are you? A tiny pause. Home. Lie. The answer came too fast. Miranda closed her eyes. You sure? Yeah. What? She heard a woman laughing faintly in the background. Very faintly. But enough. Miranda's knees nearly gave out. Nothing, she whispered. You working too hard again? Miranda almost laughed from disbelief. He sounded caring while cheating on her. How terrifying was that? You should sleep when you get home. Ethan continued softly. I'll rub your shoulders. That broke her. Because that was their thing. Whenever she came home exhausted, Ethan massaged her shoulders until she fell asleep. How many times had he touched another woman with those same hands afterward? Miranda's silence stretched too long. Miranda? Yeah. You love me. Tears streamed down her face instantly. Because she still did. Even now. Even while drowning. I have to go, she whispered. Then she hung up. The second the call ended, she collapsed onto the pavement crying so hard she couldn't see straight. Behind her, the hotel's glowing golden sign flickered through her tears like a cruel joke. Luxury. Romance. Secrets. That hotel destroyed lives for entertainment every night. And now hers was next. Back upstairs, Miranda tried avoiding room 407 entirely. But fate wasn't finished humiliating her. At 1:13 a.m., the front desk called housekeeping. Room 407 requested extra towels. Miranda froze. Denise groaned dramatically. Ugh, not me. My feet are killing me. Marcus looked directly at Miranda. Can you handle it? Her stomach twisted violently. You're closest. Miranda forced herself to nod. Every step toward room 407 felt heavier than the last. The folded towels trembled in her arms. Her heartbeat thundered so loudly she thought people could hear it. Then she reached the door. 407. Miranda stared at it for several seconds. Part of her wanted to run. Another part wanted answers. Finally, she knocked softly. Silence. Then Ethan's voice. Come in. Miranda's blood ran cold. He sounded comfortable, like he belonged there. The door opened slowly, and everything inside her shattered. Ethan stood shirtless beside the hotel bed. A woman wrapped in white sheets behind him. Long blonde hair. Red lipstick smeared across her mouth. Champagne bottles on the nightstand. Rose petals across the mattress. For one horrifying second, Ethan smiled automatically before recognition finally hit his face. Then all color drained from him. Miranda? The towels slipped from her hands. Neither of them moved. Neither of them breathed. The blonde woman frowned in confusion. Wait, who was that? Miranda couldn't answer. Because her husband looked more shocked seeing her than guilty cheating on her. That realization hurt more than anything. Miranda, listen. No. Her voice cracked instantly. Ethan stepped forward desperately. "It's not what you think." Miranda laughed. A broken, painful laugh soaked in disbelief. "There's literally another woman in your bed." The blonde sat upright suddenly. "Hold on," she snapped at Ethan. "You said you were separated." Miranda's head turned slowly toward her. "What?" Ethan's face paled. The woman looked furious now. "You told me your marriage was over." Miranda stared at him in horror. "Separated? That was the story he gave? Meanwhile, he still kissed his wife every morning?" Ethan ran both hands through his hair frantically. "Everybody calm down." "Don't tell me to calm down," the blonde screamed. Miranda stepped backward slowly toward the hallway. Everything around her felt unreal, like a nightmare she couldn't wake up from. "Miranda, please," Ethan begged. "Let me explain." But then the blonde woman dropped another bomb. "How many women are there, Ethan?" The room went silent. Miranda stopped moving. Ethan looked terrified. The blonde laughed bitterly. "Oh my God, she doesn't know." Miranda's voice barely came out. "Know what?" Ethan moved quickly. "Vanessa, stop." But Vanessa looked directly at Miranda with cold fury. "I'm not the only one." Miranda's heart stopped completely. "What?" Vanessa crossed her arms. "There are others." Ethan snapped angrily. "Shut up." But it was too late. Miranda stared at her husband like she'd never seen him before. "Others? Plural?" Suddenly, every late-night job interview made sense. Every unexplained absence. Every shower immediately after coming home. Every moment, he flipped his phone face down around her. Miranda backed farther into the hallway, shaking violently. Ethan tried reaching for her. "Baby, please. Don't touch me." Her scream echoed through the corridor. Hotel guests nearby started opening doors curiously. Miranda didn't care. Her entire world had exploded. "You lied to me," she whispered. Ethan's eyes filled with panic. "I love you." "No, you don't." "I do. You don't destroy people you love." Vanessa suddenly stood from the bed, holding the sheet around her body. "You're disgusting," she spat at Ethan. "You told me she abandoned you." Miranda looked at her sharply. "What?" Vanessa's expression softened slightly. "He said you stopped caring about him. He said you treated him like a burden." Miranda felt sick. Because while she worked herself to exhaustion supporting Ethan, he painted himself as the victim. Ethan looked cornered now. "Both of you stop talking." Miranda stared at him with tears streaming down her face. "How long?" Ethan swallowed hard. "Miranda, how long?" His silence answered everything. Miranda covered her mouth as fresh sobs escaped. "Months. Maybe longer." Her marriage hadn't just broken tonight. It had been dead for a long time, and she never noticed. That was the scariest part. If this story is already making your blood boil, comment below right now and tell me. Would you forgive him after this? And don't forget to like and subscribe because what Miranda discovers next makes this betrayal even darker. Miranda turned to leave, but Ethan grabbed her wrist. "Please don't go." She looked down at his hand, touching her uniform. The same uniform she wore cleaning hotel bathrooms to support him. Something inside her snapped. Miranda slapped him so hard his head turned sideways. The sound echoed across the hallway. Even Vanessa looked stunned. "You let me kill myself working for us," Miranda whispered through tears, "while you slept with other women in luxury suites." Ethan looked genuinely emotional now. "I never meant to hurt you." Miranda stared at him in disbelief. "You already did." Then she walked away, barely holding herself together. But behind her, Vanessa suddenly spoke again. "Miranda." Miranda stopped. Vanessa hesitated. "There's something else you should know." Ethan's face instantly turned pale with fear. And that was when Miranda realized the cheating wasn't even the worst part yet. Miranda turned around slowly, tears still burning down her cheeks. Vanessa stood beside the hotel bed, gripping the white sheet tightly against her chest, but the anger in her eyes had shifted. Now she looked nervous, almost guilty. Ethan moved immediately. "Vanessa, don't." That single sentence made Miranda's stomach drop. Because innocent people don't panic like that. "What is it?" Miranda asked quietly. Ethan stepped toward her. "Baby, please," she's upset. "Don't call me baby." Her voice came out cold enough to freeze the entire hallway. For the first time all night, Ethan looked afraid of her. Vanessa swallowed hard. "He's been using your name." Silence. Miranda frowned slightly. "My name?" Vanessa nodded. "For money." Ethan exploded instantly. "Shut up." Several hotel guests nearby flinched at the sudden scream. But Miranda's heartbeat slowed instead. Dangerously slow. because suddenly all the pieces in her head started moving. "What money?" she asked. Vanessa looked directly at her. "He told women you were sick." Miranda blinked. "What?" "He said his wife had a heart condition, that medical bills were drowning him, that he was trying to save your life." Miranda stared at Ethan in complete disbelief. Vanessa's voice cracked slightly. "I gave him almost $8,000. The hallway began spinning around Miranda. "8,000? Ethan quickly grabbed Vanessa's arm. "You don't know what you're talking about." Vanessa yanked herself away from him. "No, you're a liar." Miranda felt physically numb now. Every emotion inside her was collapsing into something darker, something colder. She slowly turned toward Ethan. "You used me." Ethan looked desperate. "It's complicated." Miranda laughed bitterly. "No, cheating is complicated. This," she pointed at him with trembling fingers. "This is evil." Ethan stepped closer again. "I was going to pay it back." Vanessa scoffed loudly. "He told me he loved me too." Miranda shut her eyes for a second. "Loved her too? Of course he did." Men like Ethan always recycled the same script. Same lies. Different women. Suddenly Miranda remembered something strange from 3 months earlier. A woman had approached her outside a grocery store. Middle-aged, well-dressed. The woman stared at Miranda for several seconds before asking carefully, "Are you Miranda Hayes?" Miranda had smiled politely. "Yes." The woman looked confused. "Oh." Then she walked away awkwardly. At the time, Miranda thought it was random. Now her blood ran cold. How many women had Ethan used her for? How many strangers knew her name because of his lies? How many people pitied her while she worked herself to death without knowing why? Ethan noticed the realization hitting her. "Miranda, listen to me carefully." "No. Please. No." Every no became stronger, sharper, more dangerous. Miranda wiped her tears slowly. Then she asked the question that terrified him most. "How many?" Ethan froze. Vanessa answered first. "At least 4. Miranda's knees nearly gave out. For women. For lies. For betrayals. And somehow she knew that still wasn't the full truth. Ethan ran his hands through his hair aggressively. "I didn't mean for this to happen." Miranda stared at him in disgust. "You accidentally cheated on me with multiple women while stealing money using my fake illness?" Ethan opened his mouth. Nothing came out. Because there was nothing left to defend, Miranda stepped backward again. But this time she wasn't crying. That scared Ethan more than the tears did. "Miranda, you know what hurts the most?" she interrupted softly. Ethan looked at her desperately. "You watched me work until my feet bled." Her voice trembled. "And all that time, you already knew I was the only honest person in this marriage." Ethan's eyes watered instantly. "I do love you." Miranda shook her head slowly. "No, you love needing me." That hit him hard. She could see it. Because for the first time that night, Ethan had no manipulation ready. No excuse. No performance. Just silence. Miranda turned away and finally walked down the hallway. This time, Ethan didn't follow immediately. Maybe because Vanessa was staring at him with disgust. Maybe because he realized he finally lost control. Or maybe because deep down, even he knew there was no fixing this. Miranda made it halfway to the elevator before Ethan suddenly chased after her. "Wait." She ignored him. "Miranda, please." The elevator doors opened. She stepped inside. Ethan rushed forward and blocked the closing doors with his arm. "5 minutes," he begged breathlessly. "Please." Miranda stared at him. His hair messy, his chest still exposed, lipstick stains visible near his neck. This man had once been her safe place. Now he looked like a stranger wearing Ethan's face. "You have 2 minutes." The elevator doors closed. Ethan exhaled shakily. "I messed up." Miranda looked away. "That's an understatement." "I got desperate." "You got greedy." "No, listen. You lied about me dying." Ethan lowered his eyes. Miranda felt another wave of nausea hit her. "You looked women in the face and pretended your wife was sick." "I needed money." "You needed character." The elevator reached the lobby. Neither moved. Ethan's voice softened carefully. "I never stopped loving you." Miranda looked at him slowly. "Then why did you do this?" And there it was. The question every betrayed person asks. The question cheaters never answer honestly. Ethan stared at the floor for several seconds. Then finally, "Because I hated myself." Miranda frowned slightly. Ethan leaned against the elevator wall. "When I lost my job, everything changed. You could have talked to me. I felt useless." "So you cheated?" "I felt invisible." Miranda laughed bitterly. Invisible? I was working double shifts to keep us alive. I know. Then how dare you feel invisible while I was drowning beside you? Ethan's eyes filled with tears. Real tears this time. But Miranda felt nothing. And that terrified her, because she used to melt every time he cried. Now she just felt tired. I met Vanessa online, Ethan admitted quietly. Miranda's chest tightened again despite herself. She listened to me. Miranda shook her head slowly. No, she believed your lies. Ethan winced. Then his voice dropped lower. It felt good being wanted again. That sentence sliced deeper than the cheating itself. Because Miranda suddenly understood something horrifying. Ethan resented her sacrifice. Every hour she worked to save them reminded him he failed as a provider. And instead of growing stronger beside her, he escaped into other women's attention. Miranda stepped away from him. You're weak. Ethan flinched like she slapped him again. You know what real love is. Miranda continued. Real love stays loyal even when life becomes ugly. Ethan covered his face briefly. I know. No, you don't. The elevator doors opened into the lobby. A wealthy couple entered laughing together. Miranda immediately walked out. Ethan followed. Please come home. She stopped walking instantly, then turned toward him slowly. Home. Her voice cracked again. You destroyed that word tonight. People in the hotel lobby started staring now. Miranda didn't care anymore. She had spent too much of her life protecting Ethan's image. Not tonight. You know what's funny? She whispered painfully. I defended you to everybody. Ethan's expression crumbled. When people said you were lazy after losing your job, Miranda continued, I defended you. A tear rolled down her cheek. When my mother warned me you were becoming distant. Another tear. I defended you. Ethan looked completely broken now. But the whole time, Miranda whispered, you were making me look stupid behind my back. Miranda, I cleaned rooms while you rented them for sex. The lobby went dead silent around them. Ethan looked humiliated. Good. For once. Miranda finally walked toward the employee exit. But Ethan grabbed her hand again outside the hotel entrance. This time she ripped it away immediately. Stop touching me. Rain had started falling lightly outside. Cold droplets landed against Miranda's face as she stared at him beneath the hotel lights. Ethan looked terrified now. Not guilty. Terrified. Because he realized she might actually leave him. You can't just throw away 6 years, he whispered desperately. Miranda stared at him in disbelief. You threw them away first. I can fix this. How? I'll change. Miranda shook her head slowly. You only want to change because you got caught. That silence afterward said everything. Because it was true. If the tray hadn't crashed outside room 407, if Miranda hadn't heard that woman laughing, Ethan would still be cheating tomorrow, and the next day, and the next month. While kissing his wife goodnight, Miranda stepped backward into the rain. You know what scares me most? She whispered. Ethan stared at her helplessly. I don't even know who you are anymore. Then she turned and walked away into the storm. Ethan shouted after her. Miranda. She didn't stop, didn't turn around, didn't cry. Not because she wasn't hurting, but because the pain had finally crossed into something worse. Numbness. The bus ride home felt endless. Miranda sat beside the window silently while rain blurred the city lights outside. Every memory of Ethan replayed differently now. Their first kiss, their wedding dance, late-night conversations, movie nights on the couch, all poisoned, all contaminated by what she learned tonight. Then another memory hit her suddenly. 3 weeks ago, Ethan had bought her flowers unexpectedly. Miranda remembered smiling brightly. What's the occasion? Ethan kissed her forehead. Do I need one to spoil my wife? At the time, it felt sweet. Now she understood. Guilt flowers. Cheaters loved guilt gifts. Miranda nearly gagged thinking about how happy those flowers made her. Her phone buzzed nonstop in her lap. Ethan calling again, and again, and again. She ignored every call. Then finally, a text. I'm outside the hotel. Please answer me. Another one. I can't lose you. Another. You're my wife. Miranda stared at that last message for a long time. Your wife. Funny how he remembered that title only after getting caught. When Miranda reached their apartment building, exhaustion hit her all at once. She climbed the stairs slowly, step by step, heart heavier each second. Then she froze outside apartment 3B. The door was slightly open. Miranda frowned immediately. She always locked it before work. Slowly, she pushed the door wider. The apartment was dark, silent, But something felt wrong instantly. Very wrong. Miranda stepped inside carefully. Then her blood turned ice cold. Drawers were open. Couch cushions thrown everywhere. Cabinets half emptied. At first she thought someone robbed them, until she noticed what was missing. Ethan's things. His clothes. His laptop. His shoes. Even his cologne. Miranda stared around the apartment in stunned silence. Then she noticed the envelope sitting on the kitchen counter. Her name written across it. Miranda. Hands trembling violently, she opened it. Inside was a single sheet of paper. And the moment she started reading, her entire body went numb. Because the handwriting wasn't Ethan's. It belonged to a woman. And the first sentence made her heart stop. He lied to you about much more than cheating. Miranda's fingers tightened around the letter so hard the paper crumpled slightly beneath her trembling grip. Rain tapped softly against the apartment windows while silence swallowed the room whole. He lied to you about much more than cheating. Miranda reread the sentence 3 times. Then 4. Her heartbeat became painfully loud. Slowly, she continued reading. If you're reading this, it means Ethan got caught. I knew eventually he would. Men like him always do. Miranda's throat tightened. My name is Celeste. Before you hate me, understand something first. I didn't know you existed in the beginning either. Miranda closed her eyes briefly. Another woman. Another lie. Another secret life. She kept reading. He told me he was divorced. He said you abandoned him after he lost his job. He made himself sound broken and lonely. Miranda laughed bitterly through tears. Of course he did. Ethan always knew how to sound wounded. That was his gift. He could make betrayal sound like sadness. Manipulation sound like vulnerability. The letter continued. I found out the truth 2 months ago. I ended things immediately. But before I left, I discovered something that terrified me. Miranda's breathing slowed. Terrified? She turned the page quickly. Ethan has been stealing from you. Miranda frowned. What? He opened credit cards in your name. The room spun violently. Miranda grabbed the kitchen counter for balance. No. She rushed toward the drawer beside the refrigerator where they kept household paperwork. Half the documents were gone. Miranda's chest tightened painfully. The letter slipped from her fingers onto the floor. Then realization crashed into her. That was why Ethan emptied the apartment. That was why his belongings disappeared before she arrived home. He knew exposure was coming. He planned an escape. Miranda quickly picked up the letter again. I confronted him after finding statements hidden in his gym bag. Thousands of dollars charged under your identity. Miranda covered her mouth instantly. Oh my God. She kept reading with shaking hands. When I threatened to report him, he cried and begged me not to ruin his life. He promised he'd tell you the truth himself. Miranda laughed bitterly. Instead, he kept sleeping beside her every night. The letter ended with one final sentence. Check the blue storage box under your bed before he comes back for it. Miranda dropped the letter and rushed toward the bedroom. Her entire body trembled as she knelt beside the bed and reached underneath. Her fingers touched cold plastic. A blue storage box, hidden deep enough that she never noticed it. Miranda slowly pulled it out. Locked, but cracked slightly near one corner. Without hesitation, she slammed it against the floor. The plastic snapped open, and her world ended all over again. Stacks of papers, credit card applications, bank statements, loan approvals, all under her name. Miranda's breathing became shallow. $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. Oh my God, nearly $68,000 of debt. Her debt, her identity, ruined, used, destroyed. Miranda collapsed backward against the bed, staring blankly at the papers spread around her. She suddenly understood why Ethan panicked tonight. The cheating wasn't even the biggest secret. He didn't just betray her emotionally. He buried her financially. Then another detail caught her eye. One of the documents listed an address. Not their apartment. A different location across the city. Miranda frowned. Then her stomach dropped. It was a luxury apartment complex. There was no way Ethan could afford that. Unless... A cold realization crept over her. Another woman. Someone else was funding him now. Her phone suddenly rang again. Ethan. Miranda stared at the screen for several seconds before answering. What? Ethan exhaled shakily. Thank God. Miranda's voice turned icy. You stole my identity. Silence. Complete silence. Then, Miranda, I can explain. No, you can confess. It's not what it looks like. She laughed bitterly. How many times are you going to say that tonight? Please lower your voice. Miranda snapped instantly. You destroyed my credit. I was going to fix it. With what money? Ethan went quiet again. Then finally, I invested it. Miranda froze. What? I had a business opportunity. Miranda felt physically sick. You gambled my identity on a scam? It wasn't a scam. Then where's the money? Silence again. And there it was. Gone. All gone. Miranda covered her eyes as tears slipped through her fingers. What happened to you? She whispered brokenly. Ethan's voice cracked slightly. I got tired of feeling powerless. So you turned into a criminal? I did it for us. Miranda screamed. Stop saying that. Her voice echoed through the apartment. Neighbors began pounding faintly on nearby walls. She didn't care. You don't destroy people for love. Miranda cried. You destroyed me because you were selfish. Ethan sounded desperate now. Please let me come home so we can talk. Miranda's expression darkened instantly. No, Miranda, if you come near this apartment, I'm calling the police. That finally scared him. Real fear. You wouldn't do that. Miranda looked at the debt papers spread across the floor. Then remembered him inside that hotel bed. Remembered the lies. The fake illness. The manipulation. The stolen years. Yes, she whispered coldly. I would. Then she hung up. And for the first time all night, Ethan stopped calling. Miranda barely slept. She sat on the living room floor until sunrise, surrounded by debt statements and betrayal. Every hour felt unreal. By morning, her eyes burned from crying. But something inside her had changed. The heartbreak was still there. Massive, crushing. But beneath it now lived anger. And anger gave her energy. At 8:17 a.m., there was a knock at the door. Miranda froze instantly. Slowly, she approached the entrance. Who is it? A female voice answered softly. Vanessa. Miranda's eyes widened. After several seconds, she opened the door cautiously. Vanessa stood there wearing sunglasses and a long coat, looking exhausted. I know you probably hate me, she said quietly. Miranda crossed her arms. You slept with my husband. Vanessa lowered her eyes. I know. Why are you here? Vanessa hesitated. Because Ethan's dangerous. Miranda's heartbeat slowed. Dangerous? Vanessa stepped inside carefully. I didn't come to fight you. Miranda shut the door silently. Then Vanessa removed her sunglasses. Dark bruising surrounded one side of her wrist. Miranda's stomach dropped instantly. What happened? Vanessa looked embarrassed. Last night after you left, we argued. Miranda stared at the bruise. He grabbed you. Vanessa nodded quietly. Miranda suddenly remembered Ethan punching walls years ago during arguments. At the time she convinced herself it wasn't abuse. He never hit her. But now, how much had she ignored? Vanessa sat carefully on the couch. He started panicking after you walked away, she admitted. He kept saying everything was ruined. Miranda remained standing. Then Vanessa looked up at her seriously. He blamed you. Miranda laughed in disbelief. Of course he did. He said you were pushing him too hard financially. That hurt more than Miranda expected, because part of her still loved him enough to wonder if she somehow failed him. Vanessa noticed the pain crossing Miranda's face immediately. No, she said firmly. Don't do that. Miranda frowned. Do what? Blame yourself. Silence. Vanessa leaned forward slightly. Men like Ethan survive because good women keep questioning themselves instead of questioning him. Miranda looked away. Tears burned her eyes again. Vanessa continued carefully. He targeted women who wanted to save people. Miranda swallowed hard. What do you mean? Vanessa exhaled slowly. He studied loneliness. Miranda frowned again. Vanessa pulled out her phone, then opened Ethan's dating profile. Miranda's heart stopped. There were multiple screenshots. Different names. Different ages. Different fake stories. But always the same strategy. Sad eyes. Tragic background. Emotionally vulnerable. Women commenting things like, you deserve better. She was lucky to have you. You seem so genuine. Miranda felt sick. He perfected manipulation. Vanessa looked at her quietly. You weren't stupid for loving him. Miranda finally sat down, because suddenly she felt exhausted all over again. What do I do now? Vanessa hesitated. Honestly, Miranda nodded weakly. You survive him. That sentence lingered heavily between them. Then Miranda's phone buzzed. Unknown number. She almost ignored it, but answered anyway. Hello. A woman's voice replied immediately. Is this Miranda Hayes? Yes. This is First National Credit Services regarding your delinquent balance. Miranda shut her eyes instantly. It had already started. Collections. Debt. Financial ruin. Vanessa watched her expression carefully. He really destroyed everything, didn't he? Miranda whispered. I gave him my whole life. Vanessa looked heartbroken for her. Then quietly, he'll do it again to somebody else if nobody stops him. Miranda stared at her. And for the first time since discovering the affair, something dangerous began growing inside her. Not revenge. Not yet. Justice. 3 days later, Ethan disappeared completely. No calls. No texts. No apartment visits. Nothing. Almost like he evaporated. Miranda filed identity theft reports, fraud claims, police statements. Every conversation felt humiliating. Yes, my husband used my information. Every word tasted like poison. At work, she forced herself through shifts while pretending her life wasn't collapsing. But rumors spread quickly. Hotel staff whispered constantly. She caught him cheating here. I heard there were multiple women. Poor Miranda. Pity became its own humiliation. Then one night, Marcus stopped her quietly near the laundry room. You okay? Miranda forced a small smile. I will be. Marcus studied her for a second, then handed her an envelope. What's this? Someone dropped it off for you. Miranda frowned. No name, just her handwriting. She opened it carefully. Inside was a hotel keycard. Room 512, along with a note. Come alone if you want the truth about Ethan. Miranda's stomach tightened instantly. Marcus noticed her expression. Everything all right? Miranda nodded automatically. But nothing felt all right anymore. Hours later, she stood outside room 512 gripping the keycard tightly. Her instincts screamed at her not to enter. But curiosity won. Slowly, she opened the door. The room was dark except for city lights shining through the windows. Then a voice emerged from the shadows. I wondered how long it would take. Miranda froze instantly. Ethan stepped forward slowly. Her heart began pounding violently. You're insane, she whispered. Ethan looked exhausted, unshaven, sleep-deprived, but his eyes still carried that manipulative softness she once loved. You shouldn't have come, Miranda said. You did. She hated that answer. Ethan stepped closer carefully. I needed to explain. Miranda laughed bitterly. You had years. I was ashamed. You should be. He flinched slightly, then reached into his pocket and placed something on the table between them. A ring. Her wedding ring. Miranda froze. You left it at the apartment, he whispered. She stared at it silently. Ethan's voice cracked. I kept hoping you'd call. Miranda looked at him with disbelief. You committed fraud against me. I know. You cheated on me with multiple women. I know. You destroyed our marriage. Ethan lowered his eyes. I know. Then finally, so why are you here? Ethan looked up slowly. And the answer he gave shattered her one last time. Because despite everything, his voice broke completely. You're still the only person who ever truly loved me. Miranda stared at him silently. And for one terrifying second,